My friends. So let's wait for the live video stream to start. I'm going to make Mana can see myself. That's beautiful. Yes, welcome to our Wednesday live meeting, live session. I think nobody is here so far, so I pour myself a coffee before we start. Maybe someone is join us. So cool. Late evening coffee in my case. Yes, today I want to speak about our topic of the week, good methods to nurture our friendships. No, sorry, that was from the last week. This week it's of course how to avoid toxic relationships. That's this week topic. The nurture of the friendships was last week. What is similar that I made some notes again. And yes, and like in the last searched the internet a bit. I searched the internet a bit and I found a good definition in the Time magazine. You see, the topic is quite big, has a quite a big coverage, and I like the definition. It's from the psychology expert Dr. Leon Grass, and I think I will just read it out. Check your internet connection. Let's have a look if the stream works stable enough. Of course, I get the message, check your internet connection. Cool. Should be working right now again. So let's have a look again. Could be that we missed the point, but so far I only that's the topic of the week, and I wanted to continue with brief definition of um, toxic relationship. A toxic relationship is any relationship between people who don't support each other, where there is conflict and one seeks to undermine the other, where there is competition, where there is disrespect, and a lack of cohesiveness. That's a huge definition. I think a lot of different um, relations meet this criteria. Even I could tell in this case I have quite a few toxic relationships, and maybe I even have been toxic to other people as well. The Health Scope magazine specifies 8 signs for toxic relationships. I will post the link to the magazine later on because I liked the definitions. They have the 8 signs. One is belittling, which means basically putting you get is somebody puts you down, is always negative about your achievements. Then you have the bad temper, which means somebody is getting angry very fast, shows aggressive behavior. Guilt introduction, something like it's your fault, you're responsible that I'm feeling bad, and somebody tries to put guilt on you. Then we have the sign of overreacting, which make little things really big, which mean, oh, my situation is so bad, you have to concentrate on my situation, but in the end, you're handling bigger problems, but the person takes your time because he or she makes you feel guilty again to help him or her. Then we have this over depending, which means but I need you so much. There are people which can't do anything without you. They can't even fill out a form. They need you for everything, though. Um, over depending, non-depending at all. That are people who try to tell, I'm so independent, I don't need you at all. You can be happy, you can be thankful that I still keep in touch with you, that I keep the contact, the friendship running. because I'm so independent, I don't need you. That's usually the message of non-dependent people. Using people, yes, that I think a lot of you know them. People who only take but never give. Like they want your help, and whenever you need their help, they're not available, but they always show up to get something from you. And we have possess possessiveness, people who are jealous, who want you as their property. That you have mostly in romantic relationships, that your girlfriend, your boyfriend want you to maintain your friend circle because you have to concentrate on him, on her, because they want to be the middle point of your life. And of course, additional to this, 8 signals mentioned from the what's the name again? Health Scope magazine. You have group behaviors as well, additional group behaviors like bullying and cyberbullying, which means that a group of people, bunch of people, goes against you, and you are the victim of a group of people. And this topic is so big that there are actually books about it. So, but I think we got some decent points in our discussions anyway. Zacharias got a very good point. He wrote about avoid joining gossip company, which pretty much means if they talk bad or act bad against others, why should they treat you better in the end? So just if you realize that, just don't hang out with them. Thanks for that, Zacharias. And then we have Kelly. She suggested to leave toxic relationships as fast as possible. If you're not there, if you're not available, if you put yourself out of their reach, they can't do anything. But Punnett, he claimed a very good point. He claims a very good point. What happens if you can't leave a toxic social relationship because they are family members, they are co-workers? Punnett, friends I count out of your list, because if I have a toxic friend and the only reason is I keep him because of a friend, that's not a decent reason for me. You wrote you must first recognize toxic people and then try to avoid them as much as possible until they reach search for new victims. Thanks for sharing that. In my opinion, I want to speak a bit about my opinion. First, we have to be clear that we are here in an international group. Therefore, there might different option what I can do in different countries. For example, a legal part. There are some countries where I can sue somebody who is bullying me, for example, in a group of people. That doesn't work everywhere. That's a pity, but there are more or less victims' rights in each country. So something might just not be possible in where you live. In Germany, there's pretty much possible. In other countries, they might have less possibilities. I think there are 3 important steps: detect, avoid, react. That is how I cope with this sort of situation. Detect means spot toxic behavior as fast as possible. That's the first goal. If I if I see that somebody uh, acts toxic to me, against me or others, then I can go on the second step, avoid. Avoid means if you detect a toxic person, try to avoid him or her as much as possible. So Punet he is right. If it's a coworker, it might not be possible to avoid him because he's in my team or I'm in his team. So that's difficult to avoid, but I can avoid him as much as possible. For example, that I don't hang out with him in my spare times, that on lunch times I go to different table, stuff like that, or if they go in a restaurant and I know he's joining, I won't participate. React means for me that I document toxic situation. I make a documentation for myself about what he, she, or even they did to me. So if I document things like this, I can use it later on. In Germany, for example, I could take a bullying diary to the court and convey on this stage people did that and that against me. I told my boss about it and he didn't help me. He didn't support me. Now that's legal possibilities in Germany. Or reaction was in my other example. If I can't avoid two person, avoid him, I can take reactions. Last reaction would be that I swap my workplace, for example. Because if I'm in an environment which is really toxic, people are bad to me, I can't avoid them, then the final action would be to to swap the workplace to go somewhere else. If it's possible, in some places you're happy that you have work at all. Yes, that you have to consider. How do I do it personally? If I have a bad conversation with someone, I write down a note about it. I write down a short summary what happens, how I felt about it, and then I flag the note red. And if I look for contact for normal contacts and I see he or she has a lot of red flags attached, then I can be pretty much sure that he or she is a toxic person that I should not be in touch with them for longer. And then I can start trying to avoid him or her as a possibility. So that would be my best practices for avoiding toxic relationship. Detect, avoid, react. Detect toxic people as fast as possible. Avoid them if possible, and then last reaction, do something against it, like Germany speaking to your boss if it's about bullying at work, or to the class teacher if he is bullying at the school. If you have a good documentation, you can prove, you can show that happened, that was the situation. Because people bullying you, they won't remember what they did to you. They don't think that's important. And if you have the proof, then you have always better in a better situation. And it also makes you more comfortable because you have something you can go through for yourself, and you can rethink situation and what you could have done different for the next time. Yes, that would be my conclusion, my ideas about about toxic relationships. Thankfully, gratefully, I don't have a lot of them. So I wish you all the best. I hope you got maybe one or two ideas out of my live sessions. If you share it, like it, invite people to our group. It would be fun to have even bigger discussions in the next times. Yes, and we will continue the next day with our topic of the week. Have a nice evening or daytime. I wish you all the best. Ciao. And now I have to search the button again to stop the demonstration. Okay. So.